Hello, so today we'll be doing a beginner's class on how to sew a straight line. Okay, so please, it's an interesting one. So now I got a piece of fabric and I'm going to mark 1 inch. So if you've been having issue on how to sew a straight line, so you do this. So I mark 1 inch on at each end of this piece of fabric. As you can see, just mark 1 inch. So I'm marking 3 places. So that's about 3 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to use my ruler to connect the upper part to the down part, just creating a straight line. You can see, connect it properly, a straight line. So this is it. I hope you can see it properly. Then we'll go ahead and stitch on this straight line. You know, we are just starting. Now you are just learning how to sew. So forget about locking. So just insert your needle to the beginning of the line and follow the line. You follow the line just this way. Now cut out the thread. Always remember to cut out the thread immediately you are done with that particular stitch. Don't wait till you finish the whole dress. So I'll go on again. Lower your presser foot. Insert the needle into the first line, at the beginning of the line, and stitch along the ruled line. So if you're at this point, my thread removed from the needle, so I inserted it back. Then you continue with the same line. So I had to go back a bit into the line and continue my sewing. Then cut out the thread. So this is it. This is your first guide to sewing a straight line. As you can see, it's straight because you follow the line. So now repeat this process as many times as you can. You can cut out up to 5 or 10 pieces and follow this process. Then when you know you are satisfied to some point, maybe about for some time, you now go ahead, pick another fabric, mark up and down, but this time around we are not going to rule. Do not connect up to down. So you're now going to use your own imaginary line. You start sewing from the first mark and just sew a straight stitch down, just like so. So you go on carefully. Remember, the second method or the second stage, you are not going to roll. You just sew, mark the upper part and also the down part, and just stitch carefully. Okay, so it's easy to do, guys. So I'm going to go through the same process again. I insert my needle and I'm going to stitch down. Okay, note that I'm not locking this, but because we've not got into that part. So now you have to repeat this second phase as many times as you can. Trust me, if you follow this method properly, you'll see that your stitch, you'll be able to sew confidently. You'll be able to sew straight line confidently because it works. This is a method I use for my students, and in a short while they start sewing. Okay, so now I'll be going through the locking part. I'll show you how to lock at the beginning of your stitch and also at the end of the stitching. So I also mark again. Okay, you know, as a tailor or a designer, your measurement needs to be accurate. Okay, so this part now for my machine, this is the part that is meant for locking or reverse. This is a reverse. It helps with the reverse stitch. So I'm going to insert my needle into the fabric. Okay, then just make about 2 stitches and press on this reverse so that it will go back. then you continue sewing. And when you are pressing on this reverse, note your machine must be in motion. Then at the end of the stitch also, note when you are close to the end. So about 2 stitches you lock again to the end, about 2 3 inches to the end, and stitches to the end of the line you lock. So that is how to lock. So locate on your machine which part has the reverse button. Again, I lock this stitch at the beginning, you can see. Then you continue, immediately you lock, just continue sewing. So anytime your thread pulls out, just insert it back. Then you go a few stitches backward on the same line, lock it again, and continue sewing. So you have to go a few stitches back so that you can, there will be continuity of the stitch. Okay, so at the end I also stitch. It's as simple as that, guys. So this is it. So at the beginning we went on ruling our line, then we stitch on the straight line. Okay, you have to start with that as a guide, but note I did not log. Then for the second step, we went on to mark only the upper part and the lower part, but we did not roll a straight line. Then the last phase I introduced locking. Okay, so I hope you find this helpful. Please, if you need more tutorial or more personal coaching about beginner sewing, you can reach out to me. Okay, please do so, because it's good if you start, if the foundation is solid as a designer or as a tailor. Okay, so feel free to share your opinion in the comment section, and if you know any other easy way of doing this, please reach out to me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you find this helpful. Please, if you do, give it a thumbs up, and if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, thank you for watching. So stay blessed. Bye.